Hey everybody, coming to you from the church. It's Sunday night, and I'm here at Bowling Green Baptist, and downstairs we have our youth. They're having a Super Bowl party and gathering, and they're having a great time. So I wanted to take time to break away and talk a little bit about the sermon we had today, and it was about worship, and no matter what we do, we should be putting God first. Is what I'm trying to tell you, and worshiping Him before all else. No matter what we do, we need to worship Him beforehand. No matter how many good deeds we do, how many good things we do for others, help others in any way we can. If we're not worshiping Him first, then we are failing. And then of course, in the same aspect, everything that we do, we need to honor Him as well. And it's so easy to put things ahead of Him, and I don't know why, but we talked about it today, how it's easier to, like I said, worship a football team before you worship God. You put things like that, those materialistic things, those sporting events, and I mean, whatever else in your life, maybe your job, you put them before worshiping Him. So in James 4:8 specifically, come close to God and God will come close to you. And that seems pretty simple, right? And it's easy to say. I feel like I'm pretty close to God, but at the same time, I know that I get distracted and I get pulled away, and I don't always worship Him in everything that I do, and as often as I should. So that's something I'm working on, and that's something that probably most of us have to work on. I can't imagine anyone is perfect enough to get it right every single time, but if you are, then I want to be like you. But going down through that verse, it continues to say, wash your hands, you sinners, purify your hearts, for your loyalty is divided between God and the world. And if that's not a true statement, then I don't know what is. So write that down, make that a note, whether it's mental or physically, write that down. And then look as you go through your day today, your week this week, and see, are you putting God first? Are you putting everything else? And then, God gets a little bit of time. And okay, so one thing that I do in the mornings, I faithfully read a devotion every morning, and then I do some maybe Bible plans or whatever else. So I'm pretty good about that, that could be a check in the box for Brad. But what am I doing with the rest of the day? How many times a day do I turn back to the Bible? Of course, I have things and obligations that I have to do. I go to work, and I have things to take care of around the house. I have a family to care for, a wife to love, and kids to love, and things like that. But how often am I turning back to God? Do I go all day and then it's okay because I say my prayers at night? Is that enough? I would say it's good, but it's not enough. So there's some things that I'm going to be working on and worshiping Him better, I think, and more often. Not just better, but more often. That's the key. And don't be afraid to talk to Him, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, when you first get up, when you go to bed, when you're, taking a shower and whatever. But worship Him, thank Him, praise Him, and then everything that you do, give honor to Him. Now, this is your Monday devotion. Have a great week, a great day, and, let's put Him first. See you later.